When I am directing a performance, the most time-intensive part of the process is choosing the performance. Yet, just like everything else in 2020, picking out Clue was an exception. I was planning on directing a totally different performance, one that involved some singing. And as you all know, singing was banned from performances this year, so I had to explore other options. Before I had a chance to restart my search, up popped an email from Dramatic Publishing about this play called Clue, a high school edition on stage with live streaming availability. I was only familiar with Clue as a fun murder mystery game with colorful characters and little weapons. The favorite Hasbro game my sisters and I played when we were younger. After I first read through this script, I knew in an instant that this was it. Fast-paced, funny, and witty. It is filled with larger-than-life characters, just like my real-life theater students. How fun. And when I shared this with Caleb Reach, my most awesome assistant director, he too was elated. I knew this was it. The perfect show for a not-so-perfect time. After doing a little research about Clue, I discovered that it was a movie in 1985 based on a popular Hasbro board game which was developed around 1950, during the time of McCarthyism and the Red Scare. This was a time when accusing people of crimes and spying was a common occurrence. As you watch this play, listen for these historical references, such as the Red Scare, communism, and various other political references of the 1950s. Above all, it is my wish that you and your family enjoy viewing this quirky and entertaining murder mystery presented by our amazingly talented and absolutely wonderful Sheyenne High School students. Thank you for live streaming with us. Your presence will certainly be missed.
This show is hopefully going to provide audience members with a lot of laughs and a plot that is simultaneously energetic and a little mysterious.
Look forward to a very funny and fast-paced show that's gonna keep you on your feet and keep you guessing.
Audiences watching Clue should be expecting to marvel at the amazing talents of all of the cast and crew.
When watching Clue, audiences should pay attention to the little details that make the show super funny.
Clue is a show that'll keep you on your toes. It'll keep you guessing on who the murderer is.
The audience should expect to laugh hysterically about a show that centers around a morbid topic.
expect to laugh a lot from all of the really fun ad-libbing, characterization, stage chemistry, and character connections that we're able to make during the show through the cast. You can expect a really funny storyline that will keep you on the edge of your seat the whole time.
Audiences should expect to see a group of quirky characters that are sure to make anyone smile, whether you're 5 or 55. There are so many moments in this show, I think, that will just take away from what's happening in the world right now with all of the craziness, and it'll just allow audiences to kind of forget about all the chaos and just sit back and enjoy this iconic group of characters that, you know, audiences know and love, whether it's from the movie, the show, or the board game. It's just something for all ages to enjoy.
McCarthy's shrieking denunciations and fear-mongering have created a climate of fear and suspicion across the country.
Any man named by either a senator of committee or congressman is dangerous to the welfare of this nation.
President Eisenhower refuses to engage directly with McCarthy. In a letter to his brother, however, Eisenhower explains, as for McCarthy, only a short-sighted or completely inexperienced individual would urge the use of the office of the presidency to give an opponent the publicity he so avidly desires.
Please, turn off that noise. Is everything ready?
Oui.
Good. Cook!
You called, sir.
Everything on schedule.
Dinner will be served at 7:30. Sharp.
Ah, right on time. You have your instructions. Let the game begin. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm not sure if I'm
Yes, indeed. You are expected, Colonel.
How do you know who
It
I
is
am?
Colonel Mustard, isn't it?
No, that's not
right.
my name.
May I take your coat?
Suppose if... What was that?
Oh, not to worry, Colonel. It's just the maid in the hall with the champagne cork.
Champagne?
Right. Sorry about this.
That's all good. Don't mind if I do.
This way, monsieur.
Are you expecting someone else?
Indeed. I'll be right with you. Do come in, madam. You were expected.
Do you know who I am?
Only that you are to be known as Mrs. White.
Yes, it said so in my letter. But why?
May I introduce you, Mrs. White? This is the maid, Yvette. I see you two know each other.
Champagne?
I think not.
Right. Well, make yourself comfortable.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
I'm rarely pleased to meet anyone. More?
Oh, yes.
Behold, said the Lord, I am bringing the flood of water to destroy all flesh.
Bonjour, madame. Please come in from the vein.
Speaking of flesh.
Right. Miss Peacock, I presume.
Who? Oh, yes, that's me.
Cook, will you please take Miss Peacock's coat? I see you two know each other as well.
Don't be ridiculous. I've never seen this woman before in my life. Champagne. My lips belong to the Lord.
Please, come in and warm yourself.
Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, for your hospitality. And there's a couple of Benjamins hidden under the caramels for you, butler.
How sticky.
Well, I expect to be treated like the wife of...
Hold that thought.
Who are you?
Welcome to the party.
This is turning out to be quite the crowd.
Oh, is this the right address to meet a Mr. Body?
Sit! Oh, not you, sir.
Oh, sorry. This letter has me awfully anxious.
You must be Mr. Green.
Yes, that's exactly who I am.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh.
Please arrive.
arrive at 7:30 sharp on Saturday evening, well, here I am.
Professor Plum.
Sure.
Well, well, well. And I thought I'd seen everything.
Miss Scarlet, I didn't realize you and the professor were acquainted.
We weren't. The bridges washed out from the rain. My car broke down and this professor offered to give me a ride, and I didn't realize we were headed to the same place until we arrived.
How was your drive?
It's a long haul.
Indeed, it is a long haul. But then again, it is a very large house. This way, please.
Say, what is this godforsaken place anyway?
Oh, this old place. This is Baldur Manor.
Oh, jeez. Oh, terrible. Sorry.
Cook. Dinner.
Directly. My, this really is a party.
Well, greetings all. It's a pleasure for you all to see me. Ooh, cocktail hour.
Oh, I didn't realize there were going to be so
Right,
many of you.
good, then you're all here. Colonel Mustard, Mrs. White, Miss Peacock, Mr. Green, Professor Plum, and Miss Scarlet. Greetings, I'm Wadsworth, the butler.
Well,
Hello.
how do you do?
Tonight, as you may have surmised, nobody is being addressed by their real name, a courtesy your host has provided to ensure your privacy. I suggest you follow his lead and refrain from revealing too much about yourselves this evening. You never know when.
Oh.
Dinner.
Mr. Wadsworth, you were saying you never know when what?
What?
Hmm?
What? Right.
You're
Right,
so
this
funny.
way, please.
That was more like cocktail minute.
Oh.
Follow me, please. The dining room is right this way.
Set in.
Oh, nice. Look at this.
Reminds me of my
What
favorite
is
book, my husband.
finely crafted?
Finally furnished.
You will find your names by your places. Please be seated.
All right.
Excuse me.
Mr. Green, I believe that's.
Oh, I'm Peacock, so I'm right here.
Here I am.
Slid right in.
You're in my seat.
Here we go.
Right by
I'm
the
sorry.
men.
Alrighty. Here we are.
So,
This place at the head of the table, is that for you? Indeed, no, sir. I'm merely a humble butler. Well, what exactly do you do? I buttle, sir.
Dinner is served. All right then, what's all this about, Butler? This dinner party?
Ours not a reason why. Ours but to do and die.
die?
Oh, merely quoting, sir, from Alfred Lord Tennyson. I prefer Kipling myself. Do you like Kipling, Miss Scarlet?
Sure, I'll eat anything.
But this place, is this where our host sits? All in good time, sir.
What is that smell? It's something familiar. Something soup. Oh, my favorite.
I know.
Bon appetit.
Smoking causes cancer, right? Oh, thank you.
Well, I guess I'll break the ice. I mean, I'll be the one to get the ball rolling. I mean, I'm used to being a hostess. It's an integral part of my life as the wife of a... Oh, I forgot we're not supposed to say who we really are. But, oh, well, I mean, I have no idea what we're doing here, but I am very intrigued. And, oh, my, this soup is delicious, isn't it?
Well, I know who you are.
You do?
I work in Washington as well.
Washington?
So you're a politician's wife, Mrs. Peacock?
Yes, I am.
Who's your husband? Maybe I know him.
He's Mrs. White, you've been awfully quiet. What does your husband do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, he just lies around on his back all day.
Ugh, well, how lazy.
Not necessarily.
Oh! Jeez. I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Scarlett. Are
That'll
you okay?
be $5.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry.
Mr. Green, what do you do in Washington?
Oh, I'd better not say. I prefer to follow the rules.
Well, if I wasn't trying to keep the conversation going, then we'd just be sitting here in an embarrassed silence.
Are you afraid of silence, Mrs. Peacock?
Yes. No. Why?
You seem to suffer from what we like to call pressure of speech.
That's made up.
Is that an official diagnosis?
Are you a doctor, Professor?
In psychological medicine, yes.
Do you practice?
Not anymore. I currently work for the government.
Another politician?
Not exactly. I do research for you-know-who.
You-know-who?
That's right.
What?
I do research for a branch of the United Nations organization, the World Health Organization.
Ah, you know who.
You know who knows all about you know what.
What?
You are a real colonel, aren't you?
I am, sir.
Aren't you going to mention the coincidence that you also live in Washington, D.C., Colonel?
Well, how did you know that?
I've seen you before.
So, Miss Scarlett, does this mean you also live in Washington?
I do everything in Washington, Mr. Green.
Does anyone here not live in Washington?
Oh, then this is about the Red Scare.
I'm not a communist! I'm a Republican.
Wadsworth, we've had enough of this. Where's our host and why have we been brought here?
Oh, speak of the devil. Pardon me, please.
Just oh, jeez. This is terrible. Soaking wet.
I have an idea.
Welcome, sir. All the guests have arrived as expected. May I take your bag? All righty then. We'll meet you in the study as planned.
For goodness sake, who was at the door? I demand to know what's going on.
Oh my, you all look parched. May I interest you in fruit or dessert?
No.
In that case, may I suggest we adjourn to the study for coffee and brandy, at which point I believe your newly arrived host will reveal his intentions, your letters will be explained, and the game will be afoot.
My husband likes to play games.
I'm terrible. My brother Roger. My date Roger. No, you made fun of this one.
You have no patience.
Yeah, and this way, please. I used to say, Green, you're no good at games. And I would say, well, of course not. I play with you, Roger.
I remember I researched cannons in a study like this once.
What were you
Coffee?
doing?
Brandy?
Thank you, Yvette. That will be all.
Oui?
Well, where's our host?
He's not here. Nobody's here. What is happening?
Cigarette? It'll calm your nerves.
Well, no, thank you.
For Wadsworth open after dinner. It's for you.
Right then, are you all comfortable?
I make a good living.
Oh, out with it, Wadsworth.
Ladies and gentlemen, these instructions are clear.
I'm glad something is.
It seems the six of you have all received the same letter.
This one.
This one. It will be to your advantage to be present on this date, because a certain Mr. Body will bring an end to long-standing, confidential, and painful financial liability. As it turns out, you all have one thing in common.
That browbeater McCarthy.
We're all being blacklisted, aren't we?
Close, Colonel. You're all being blackmailed. For some considerable time, you all have been paying more than you can afford to someone who threatens to expose you.
Oh, please. What's someone gonna blackmail me for? I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, lady, don't we all?
Anybody else wish to deny it? Until tonight, you haven't known who is blackmailing you, but now I presume the more deductive among you have reasoned that, of course, it is Mr. Body himself, and the less discerning members of our cadre are experiencing that particular revelation right about.
It's Mr. Body?
My task this evening is to expose your secrets to each other, rendering you all culpable in each other's indiscretions.
But we hardly know each other.
Precisely.
Don't you think you might spare us this humiliation?
I'm afraid I have no choice. We'll start with you, Professor Plum.
This ought to be good.
It says here you are once a professor of psychiatry specializing in helping pathologically lying lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur.
Yes, but now I work for the U.S. government.
So your work has not changed. But you can't practice medicine anymore, can you? Your license has been lifted, correct?
Why? What did he do?
You know how male doctors aren't supposed to date their lady patients?
Yeah.
Well, he did.
Oh, how awful. You know, someday there's going to be a reckoning for men like you.
I hope so.
You're disgusting.
Are you making moral judgments, Miss Peacock?
Well,
how do you justify taking bribes in return for delivering Senator Peacock's votes to certain lobbyists?
My husband is a paid consultant. There is nothing sinful about that.
Not if it's publicly declared, perhaps, but if you slip cash into the stall at an old Abbott's Grill, how would you describe that transaction?
I'd say it stinks.
When were you in that men's room?
So it's true.
No, it's a vicious lie.
But you've been paying blackmail for over a year now to keep that story out of the papers. Seems a little sticky, no?
Now, see here.
Well, I'm willing to believe you. I, too, have been blackmailed for something I didn't do.
So am I.
Not me.
You're not being blackmailed.
Oh, I'm being blackmailed, all right. Except I did what I'm being blackmailed for.
And what did you do?
I run a top-secret agency for classified affairs.
Which branch?
Legislative. There are 535 members of Congress having classified affairs.
Is that how you knew Colonel Mustard works in Washington? Is he one of your clients?
Certainly not.
I was asking Miss Scarlet.
Well, you tell him it's not true.
It's not true.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
Ha! So it is true.
A double negative.
Double negative? You mean you have photographs?
And that sounds like a confession to me. In fact, the double negatives has led to a proof positive.
You're trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests?
You don't need any help from me, sir.
That's right.
Colonel, it looks like you hold a sensitive security post in the Pentagon. Those negatives would most certainly compromise that position.
And what position exactly were you caught in, Colonel?
This is an outrage.
Right.
Don't worry, Colonel. Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you. Mrs. White, you've been paying the blackmailer ever since your husband died under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
Oh, I get it. Lays on his back all day. Cute.
Say what you want. I didn't kill him.
Then why are you paying the blackmailer?
Well, I don't want another scandal, do I?
Another?
We had a very humiliating public confrontation. He was deranged and a lunatic. Well, he didn't seem to like me that much. He had threatened to kill me in public.
Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she meant he had threatened in public to kill her.
It was all over the papers.
And yet he was the one who died. Not you, Mrs. White. Not you.
He was found dead at home, unclothed. His head had been cut off, and so had his, you know.
Oh.
But it wasn't me. I'd been out all evening. At the movies.
What was showing?
The Naked Alibi.
A likely story.
Aha, but he was your second husband. Your first also disappeared.
Well, that was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
Well, he wasn't a very good illusionist.
Right. And lastly, Mr. Green, who's a...
I don't need you to unmask me, Wadsworth. I know what you're going to say about me, but it doesn't make me a criminal.
And what's that?
Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Not me.
I beg your pardon?
You asked, who is a homosexual? And I said, not me.
Yes, thank you, Colonel. You're correct, Mr. Green. Your crime is not your sexuality, it's your politics.
My politics? Since when is working for the Republican Party a crime?
You swore an oath of allegiance to the Republican Party, but neglected to vote for Eisenhower in the last election. Now that's grounds for an ousting, if there ever was one.
But voting records are confidential.
Everything has a price, Mr. Green.
All right. You've spilled our beans, Butler. So now what?
Where's this Mr. Body?
And what does he want from us?
Well, who cares? I'm not waiting to find out. I've done nothing wrong. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Miss Peacock. You can stay in denial, but you cannot leave this house.
I am the wife of a great senator from Tennessee. You cannot tell me what to do. Locked?
That's right. All the doors are locked, the windows are barred, and the grounds are patrolled by vicious dogs. There's no way out.
Oh, no.
You
can't
go.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce your host for this evening and your blackmailer for life, Mr. Body.
Good evening.
I thought
Oh my God.
Mrs. White in the study with her knee.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's one more piece of information you all may like to have.
What?
The police are coming in less than an hour.
What do you mean?
Unless what?
You agree to double down.
And why would we agree to that?
Because if you don't, I'll put this briefcase, which contains all the evidence needed to expose your wrongdoings, in the hands of the police and the press. I believe some of you will face a lifetime of prison. Others, a lifetime of shame.
You're an awful
Unless what?
There is one thing you could do for me. Something that would change the game.
What?
Oh, my apologies. Have a seat, please.
All right. You have a very nice car.
Really?
I mean,
Move.
it may be
Move.
paid with
Go.
my money, but
Get
You're a colonel, aren't you?
Get up.
What's this about, sir?
What gentleman?
Learn to hold your ground.
Shut up. You move too.
In this bag, there are 6 gifts I thought you might find useful this evening.
I do enjoy receiving presents
Peacock?
from strange men.
What, like,
Only
we get
you.
wet socks and make new ones? So,
Plum,
I'm a bit of a on my off time.
mustard,
Here you go.
green,
Thank it to be worth our time.
What is
That's
nice?
white,
Saving the best for last.
and
Don't
scarlet.
flatter yourself.
Wonder what this could be.
Oh.
A candlestick? What's this for?
A wrench? A lead pipe?
A dagger?
A revolver.
Nope, it's a rope.
In your hands, you each have a lethal weapon. You all came tonight because you believe the evidence against you was so terrible, you will do almost anything to keep it a secret. I'm putting that theory to the test.
You are?
Wadsworth here is the only other person who knows your secrets, and it's costing us all dearly to keep them quiet.
What do you mean?
Oh, why? I wouldn't have to double your payments if I didn't have to pay Wadsworth for his silence.
That's a lie!
He may look suave and charming,
Thank you.
but he's really conniving and manipulative.
False!
Why do you think he's called the police?
You were the one who called the police.
Only because he instructed me to do so.
Did I? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can manage to get rid of Mr. Wadsworth, I'll have no need to increase your blackmail or exposure to the police.
Get rid of.
You mean kill him?
If you can, eliminate Wadsworth,
Yes, I think that's what he means.
who not only knows all of your secrets, but also mine. I'll fight it in my heart to eliminate your blackmail altogether and be done with this terrible business once and for all.
But why make us do it, buddy? Why don't you do your dirty work yourself?
Why should I? When the 6 of you are so uniquely motivated and armed.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar. I'm one of you. I'm not a butler. I'm an indentured servant.
Don't make a scene, Wadsworth! It's over! Ladies and gentlemen, now's your chance. In order for you to end your blackmail and avoid finding yourself on the front of the pages, for one of you to kill Wadsworth. Now.
Ah! Oh no.
Ah! It's Mr. Body.
Oh, thank God.
Is he breathing?
Stand back! I'm a doctor. Yes. He's dead.
Who had the gun?
I did.
So you shot him?
I didn't.
Well, you had the gun. If you didn't, then who did?
Somebody took it from my hands when the lights went off, and the next thing I knew, there was a shot.
There's no gunshot wound.
He's right. There isn't.
Look, there's a bullet lodged in here.
You lie, Miss Scarlet.
Well, if the bullet's over there, then how did he die over here?
I don't know. I'm not a forensics expert now.
Something else must have killed him.
One of us must have killed him.
Well, I didn't do it.
Well, I didn't do it
either.
either.
I'm not strong enough.
Weapon. I wouldn't catch his head in. Maybe Mr. Body was poisoned. By the brandy.
Oh no.
Poison!
It's okay, Miss Peacock. Settle down. It's all right. See, it's okay.
Loud, I didn't know.
Oh, why'd you have to do that? Just relax, Miss Peacock. You're all right. See, you're okay. You're fine. Just take a couple deep breaths.
No, I'm not okay.
Sometimes you just gotta. Well, somebody had to stop her screaming.
A little much.
Was the brandy poisoned?
How should I know?
Looks like now we'll never know.
Unless she dies too.
The screams are coming from the billiard room.
Oh no.
This way.
The billiard room. Oh, let's get to that billiard room.
Whoever that
What?
is, very open. She just shut
It's
up.
so far. This is a long walk.
Oh, let's get to the billiard.
It's locked. Who's in there? Who's screaming? Yvette? Yvette, are you all right?
No!
Yvette, are you alive?
Of course I'm alive, you idiot! No thanks to you, Wadsworth. You locked us up in this house with the murderer.
So the murderer is here.
Where?
Where? Where? You're looking at him. Or her.
What took you so long?
I am an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. It is amazing that I'm anywhere.
I heard you on the study. One of you's the killer.
How could you hear us in the study?
I was listening. I have tape recorders connected to the billiard room. Monsieur Badi asked me to record your conversation.
But why would he ask you to do that?
For more evidence, of course. When Wadsworth revealed your secrets in the study, they were all recorded.
What a snake! I've got to destroy them. Where are the tapes?
The tapes? What about the body?
What body?
Body's body!
But Yvette, why were you screaming in there all by yourself?
I was frightened. I also drank the cognac. Maybe I am poisoned too.
Don't worry. I'll protect you. I'm a doctor.
I heard you all. One of you is the killer.
And we have to figure out which one of them did it.
What do you mean, which one of them?
Well, I didn't do it.
Well, one of you did. I would have killed him myself, but I didn't have access to a weapon.
Don't look at me. All I had was a candlestick.
Maybe it wasn't one of us.
Well, who else could it have been?
Who else is in the house?
Only the cook.
The cook! Oh,
Where's the kitchen?
we have to find that cook. Find her and get her. Make her answer. So I guess more sharks
Yes, it was.
I don't see it up. It was in a brown suit.
I don't see it.
It's the cook with a dagger in her back.
Somebody must have killed her.
I didn't do it.
That makes two.
To what?
Murder.
I hate murder.
orders.
I think you'd better explain yourself, Wadsworth.
Me? Why me?
Who else would want to kill the cook?
Dinner wasn't that bad.
How can you make jokes at a time like this?
It's my defense mechanism.
Some defense. If I were the killer, I'd kill you next. I said if. There's only one admitted killer here, and it's not me. It's Mrs. White.
I admitted nothing.
You paid the blackmailer. How many husbands have you had?
Mine or other women's.
Yours.
5.
5?
Yes, just the 5. Husbands should be like Kleenex. Soft, strong, and disposable.
Well, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Who had the dagger?
It was Mrs. Peacock.
Yes, but I put it down.
Where?
In the study, and one of us could have picked it up. I hadn't seen that.
Well, I know. It must have been Mr. Green.
Where is Mr. Green?
Can somebody please help me up?
I'm not.
Here. Get him up. Right.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, might I suggest we take the cook's body to the study?
Why is that?
Well, for starters, if the police arrive and find this, we'll all be in custody and under suspicion for murder.
Murder?
And secondly, I'm the butler. I'd like to keep the kitchen tidy.
All right. Well, it is fairly nice.
Put her on that roller.
It'd be a shame to keep it messy. Speaking of messy,
I just mopped these floors.
Well, you're going to have to mop them
you
again.
did a very good job.
By the way, going down to clean my suit after
I'm
tonight.
going ahead. You guys are leaving a trail.
Let's go. Blend well with my color.
You usually not
Doing
clean your
great.
suit after you wear it?
Lift with your legs.
What help you are?
Moral support.
We don't need any of that right now.
The body's gone.
What are you all staring at? Who's there?
Nobody.
What do you mean?
Nobody. Nobody. Mr. Body's body is gone.
What?
Maybe he wasn't really dead?
But he was.
Well, we should have made sure, don't you think?
I did it. I failed.
Well, was he dead or wasn't he?
Maybe he was dead, but somebody moved him.
Who would move him?
And why?
Well, I don't know.
Well, if he's not here, then where is he?
Oh my. All this excitement. If you'll excuse me, I have to. Is there a little girl's room?
Oui, madame.
Oh, no, I just want to powder my nose.
There's a toilet in the billiards room.
Okay.
Right. I don't mean to alarm anybody, but we do currently have the small issue of 2 dead bodies, one missing and one present, and the imminent arrival of the police.
The bridge is washed out from the rain. That should buy us some extra time.
I don't want extra time. I want the police to arrive. I'm trapped up in this house with a murderer.
But once the police arrive, the rest of us are doomed.
Wadsworth, am I right in thinking that there's nobody else in this house?
No.
Then there is somebody else.
No.
No?
Sorry, I said no meaning yes.
No meaning yes.
Yes.
Look, I want a straight answer.
Well, don't look at me.
Is there somebody else in this house? Yes or no?
No.
No, there is, or no, there isn't?
Yes.
There seems to be some confusion about whether or not we're the only people left in this house.
There isn't.
There isn't any confusion, or there isn't anybody else.
Either. Both.
Just give me a clear answer.
Certainly. Oh, what was the question again?
Is there anybody else in this house?
No!
No. That's what he says. But does he know?
Look, we've got the missing dead body of Mr. Body, a cook with a dagger in her back, and all of these easily accessible weapons. The rope, the candlestick, the wrench, the dagger, the revolver, and where's the lead pipe?
It's Mr. Body!
He's attacking
Over my dead body!
Careful what you wish for.
Oh, he's so bloody.
He's dead.
That's what you said last time.
I believe in second chances.
Mr. Body? Dead? Again?
Again?
Somebody catch her.
Oh, could you fall into my arms? Sorry.
Where did this happen, Mrs. Peacock?
In the bathroom. I walked in and he was there. At first, I thought he was attacking me, but then I realized he'd been left propped up on the doorframe, dead, just waiting to fall on somebody.
Who would do such a thing?
It takes a lot of guts to kill somebody twice.
It's what we call overkill.
But why? What's the difference?
Makes a difference to him.
Makes a difference to us. We've got to find out who killed him, where, and with what.
Seems like it was probably the lead pipe.
10 points to Professor Plum.
What kind of game are you playing, Wadsworth?
This isn't a game.
The lead pipe belonged to you. But I dropped it while we were running to the kitchen.
People don't just drop murder weapons.
I didn't know it was a murder weapon when I dropped it.
So anyone could have picked it up?
Yes, but who did? Who picked up that lead pipe? Who picked up that lead pipe and brutally murdered Mr. Balti, leaving him dead and bloodied on the bathroom floor? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it?
It's Butler. Well, you're over there losing your marbles. I'm over here trying to do something useful. Have you all forgotten about the evidence against us?
Yes.
Patty's briefcase is locked.
Well, there must be a key.
The key. Mr. Green, would you be so kind as to check Mr. Balti's pockets for the key to the briefcase containing all the evidence to all of our crimes so that we may destroy said evidence once and for all?
Oh, it's all right.
Where'd you get those?
I don't like germs.
Or fingerprints.
No, mostly it's really the germs.
Those are a little small, aren't they?
My hands are a little big.
Yeah, sure. How's that working out for you?
Well, there's no key in his pocket.
Now we'll never be able to open the briefcase.
Colonel Mustard? Hand me your wrench.
I don't get it.
Oh.
It's empty!
Empty? Then where's all the evidence?
I told you Balti was a liar.
We have to find that evidence.
And destroy it.
Then we can put all this behind us.
And move forward with our miserable lives.
Mon Dieu.
Evidence against us aside. First things first, we're in a room with 2 dead bodies.
And the police are on their way.
Let's prop them up on the couch so they look less dead.
All right,
Ladies first.
Careful, don't get blood on the sofa. All right, just cut it clean.
How are we going to do this? The dagger will go further into her back.
Well, then tip her forward.
Sideways over the arm.
Be careful.
Okay, all right. Now bodies.
I'm not helping
All
with
right.
him. He attacked me.
He really is dead. That's
Blood on the fabric.
you gentlemen.
All right, here we go.
Of
Lift
course.
with your legs.
Ew.
He has a very nice suit.
Ew. Get him up.
Ooh, so limp.
Well, what now?
Now it's time to do something about all of these murder weapons and the homicidal maniac on the loose.
Right, let's put the weapons in the broom closet and lock the door.
Good idea.
Let's put it in here. Make it easier to carry.
All right, grab that candlestick.
Wow, when you're in.
Oh, that's quite heavy. You're right.
Over here.
All right.
Right.
Well, at least I'm not necrophilia.
At least I'm not a prostitute.
Hurry up with this. Right. Is that everything? I prefer the term ladies of the... There. Locked.
What are you going to do with the key, Wadsworth?
I'll put it in my pocket.
But what if you're the murderer?
I'm not.
What if you are?
I've an idea. We'll throw it outside.
Oh, great idea.
Throw it far
Outside from this door. It's a very beautiful night outside.
It is raining.
Well, you have to look on the bright side. At least it isn't hot.
Oh, you can go.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
You
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you do?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb the whole household, but my car broke down back there, and I was wondering if I could use your phone.
Right. Just a moment, please. Right then, would you care to come in?
Thank you. Well, where is it?
What? The body?
The phone. What body?
There's no body. There's no body in the study. No, but I believe there's a phone in the lounge.
All right, here.
Now, our task is twofold. One, find the evidence. Two, find the murderer.
But how?
I suggest we handle this in proper military fashion. We'll split up and search the house.
Split up?
Yes, that way none of us will be alone.
But whichever one of us is paired with the killer might get killed.
That way we will find out who the murderer is.
But the other half of the pair will be dead.
This is war, Peacock. Casualties are inevitable. You cannot make an omelet without breaking eggs. Any cook will tell you that.
But look what happened to the cook!
Colonel, are you willing to take that chance?
What choice do we have?
None.
I suppose you're right.
All right, troops. Divide and conquer. I'll split us into pairs. Eeny, meeny, miny.
No. Mrs. White, you come with me. Mr. Professor Plum, you go in this Peacock. Mr. Green, you'll go with Yvette. And Miss Scarlet, you go with Eeny, meeny.
But what if someone doesn't come back?
Well, remember you fondly. Let's go.
Nice effort. Yep.
You have such big arms.
Oh, thanks. What a nice house. You do so good. Oh, I'm just checking.
Everything all right?
Yep, 2 corpses. Everything's fine.
Oh, good.
Good. Did you even hear me? There are 2 corpses in there. Nothing's fine. Oh, I hate searching this house.
Go on. I'll be right behind you.
That's why I'm nervous.
But why? It's just us. We're alone.
That's just it, Mrs. White. No man in his right mind would ever be alone with you.
Fine. You go in there, and I'll go in here.
Right.
Are you going in?
Yes, are you?
Yes.
All right, on the count of 3. 1, 3!
Nothing in that room.
Nothing in there, neither.
Andrew! Well, how am I supposed to find anything if I don't even know what I'm looking for?
Civilized societies perpetually menaced with disintegration through man's primary hostility towards one another.
Your fancy words don't intimidate me, Professor.
I take no credit, Mrs. Peacock. Freud, I think he's onto something.
Well, now is not the time for an academic pursuit.
Huh. Aren't these the cigarettes Miss Scarlet smokes? Well, I think we found the most compelling thing we could possibly find here. Let's go.
I'm a little nervous. I'm in this big house, and I've been locked in the lounge. And the funny thing is, there's a whole group of people here having some sort of party. And I think one of them is my customer. Yeah, my regular Tuesday night passenger.
There's only one room left to search in this beastly mansion, and we still haven't found the evidence.
I think this time has been productive, nevertheless.
Aren't you a Pollyanna?
You're a brave and determined lady, Miss Scarlet. I've really enjoyed our time together. I hope after this expedition ends, we can all remain friends. I mean, really, murders aside, this has been a great group of people, all in all. I guess I would like to hear Miss White explain when and how she lost her veil in the billiard room, but...
You found White's veil in the billiard room? Odd. And I found Professor Plump's stupid tobacco pipe abandoned in the hall. Seems a little suspicious, if you ask me.
Let's say so. Take cover! Murder! Murder!
There's no murder, Colonel Smarty Pants. It's a passage.
Classic misunderstanding.
A secret passage, come on!
Ladies first, Miss Scarlet.
How heroic.
Where are we?
How should I know? The lights are off.
Well, turn them on.
I would if I could see anything.
Oh, here. Maybe this will help.
The lounge. Of course, we forgot to look in the lounge.
Quite an oversight, considering the dead motorist in the chair.
Dead motorist?
Help us! Help us!
Is it all right?
Let us in! Let us in!
Let us out! Let us out!
We can't let you off. The door is just locked.
You had the key, Wadsworth. You locked the motorist in here.
That's right, I did. I don't. The key is gone.
Gone? I have an idea.
There's no alternative. I'm just going to have to break down the door. Stand back.
Oh,
I'm a doctor.
Stand back, I'm a woman.
Is anybody shot?
I'm okay.
No,
You're okay.
thank God. I didn't think I could take any more shots.
Why are you shooting at us?
To unlock the door.
But you could have killed us.
I said stand back.
Let's add finding the key to the lounge to our list of priorities.
Can somebody please help me up?
No.
It's
So
always
needy.
you.
Oh, I'm a little tangled. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Be careful.
my
Okay,
glasses.
stand the lead.
You'll be all right.
Oh.
Oh.
Right, stay up this time.
Say, Frenchie, where did you get that gun anyway?
Over in the broom closet.
Was it unlocked?
Unlocked? Impossible. I have the key. Right here. I don't. It's gone.
Not to beat a dead horse, but again, I feel like having all the keys is really
I
important.
thought you said you would throw away the key to the broom closet, Wadsworth.
I did say that, but I didn't do that. We got distracted by the murderers at the door, and I forgot. One of you must have stolen it from my pocket when we searched the house.
So whoever took the keys is the killer.
Precisely.
Speaking of the killer, there's a dead body in the lounge, you know.
Right.
Again? The motorist is dead.
Which one of you killed him?
We found him together.
He was already dead.
But the door to the lounge was locked.
We went through a secret passage we found in the conservatory.
A secret passage? Who designed this place?
The Parker brothers.
Maybe they'll go away.
I mean,
Nope. Nope.
well,
Nope.
I'm gonna
No.
open the door. It's the polite thing to do.
But don't worry, it's not the police.
It's the police.
Open the door. Good evening, officer. How do you do?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Oh, I'm all right. Any problems?
I was just passing through and I found an abandoned car near the gates of this house. Did a motorist happen to stop by for help?
No. Yes.
There seems to be some disagreement. At any rate, may I come in and use the phone?
No. Of course you may, sir. There is a phone that you can use in the lounge.
Out of order.
Oh, right. My bad. There's a phone that you, sir, can use in the study. In the study.
It's occupied. If you please, sir. That phone's been disconnected, but I believe there's one in the library.
You're all acting rather peculiar.
Oh, it's because our chandelier fell down. It could have killed us. But don't worry, I'll have the maids clean it up.
That's all well and good, but what's going on in the lounge and the study?
You know, lounging, studying. This way.
Let me have a look.
No, thank you.
What?
This way, please.
Actually, I'd like to have a look around if you don't mind.
Of course, officer. I'll take you on the grand tour of Body Manor.
What an opportunity.
This manor was built by Lord Reginald Body in 1785 when Lord
We
Reginald
can't get rid of the
by his
bodies. We've
body.
got to make them seem
Mahogany for
alive.
Canoe.
What? Where'd everyone go?
Who? Notice the brass doorknobs crafted specifically for Lord Body by his body.
I don't care about your doorknobs, mister. What are you hiding around here? What's going on in those two rooms?
Which two rooms?
The lounge and the study.
Oh, those two rooms. Officer, I don't think you should go in there.
Why not?
Because it's all too shocking.
Hello, officer. Welcome to the party.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Pardon me.
Good night, officer.
Good night. All right, that wasn't all that shocking, mister. Those folks just seem to be having a good time. Why didn't you tell me this was a party?
My apologies, sir. Oh, wait, not in there, please. It's occupied, officer.
Excuse me.
Good evening, officer. How do you do?
Are these men drunk?
Dead drunk.
Want a sip?
Oh no, I can't drink on the job. The chief would kill me.
Killed if you do. Killed if you don't.
What?
Have a lovely evening, officer.
Same to you.
Bye now.
Well?
Right. Officer, I can explain everything.
No explanation necessary. There's nothing illegal about any of this.
There's not.
Of course not. This is America. May I use your phone now?
Certainly. The library right this way, officer.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. And it's right to this door. Right, come out now. Come out, all of you.
Wow.
Well done.
Really
Impressive.
That's quite fun.
Working under pressure.
Now, let's finish searching the manor. The police are still on their way.
But the police already came.
Not the broken down car police, the criminal investigation police.
Now, let's find the evidence, and we can't afford to have any more murders. This is getting dangerous. Now go.
Getting
Sure.
dangerous. Getting dangerous.
Hello? Yes, this is... Hello? Can you hear me? Is this phone working?
Hello? Hello? Who turned out the lights?
It's me.
Oh, it's only you? I thought you was the killer.
Hello? Did somebody cut the lines? Hello?
You saw it, right?
Oh, good. You can hear me. You see, I found an abandoned car, and I wound up in that old mansion, and all the lights just went out. I'm telling you, Chief, there's something weird going on around here. Yeah, they're having some sort of party, and you'll never believe who I just saw.
Where am I?
What good are the lights? We're still in the dark anyway, and we're no closer to solving the murders or unleashing the evidence against us!
Do you hear that?
Sounds like a telephone is off the hook.
It sounds like it's coming from the library.
That's where the killer must be.
Guard me. I'm going in.
Good idea.
What are you afraid of?
A fate worse than death.
No, just death.
Oh, good point. I suppose death is scary.
Mr. Cobb, are you all right? Do you need assistance? A phone book?
Hey! The butler asked you a question, Copper. Hang up the phone already, or I will.
You should be taking the
I'm gonna open the drapes and see if we can escape out the window.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I am your singing telegram.
Three murders in 3 minutes.
That's our best record.
3 murders.
6 altogether.
This is getting serious.
The cook, Mr. Body, the cop, the motorist, Yvette, and the singing telegram girl.
But who is the murderer?
Ain't that the $1 million question?
I think our best course of action is to retrace our steps. Sometimes the most obvious answer is right under our noses. Let's start at the very beginning, shall we? It all started like this. At the start of the evening, there was thunder, lightning, and the dogs barked. Colonel Mustard. Mrs. White, who noticed. Yvette, tee-hee. Miss Peacock, who noticed. The cook.
So, Mr. Green.
Sit! Not you, sir. Professor Plum. Miss Scarlet. Dinner is served. That was more like cocktail minute. To the dining room. Right. Shark's fin soup, my favorite. Then Mr. Body arrived. I've an idea. Then we went to the study. Where Mr. Body passed out our gifts. Here. Ah! A snake! No, a rope. Then Mr. Body switched off the lights.
Oh no, I can't see. Oh. What's happening?
Mr. Body was dead, but not really. Really, he was alive. Then Miss Peacock drank his drink. Poison! While someone had to stop her from screaming, that's when we heard, "Ah!" to the billiard room. I am an old woman. Then Miss Peacock asked, "Who else is in this house?" To which we all replied, "The cook!"
Ring around the rosy, what's from the posy?
Right in here. Can somebody help me up? I suggest we bring the cook's body to the study. But Mr. Body's body was gone. Then Miss Peacock entered with Body and her body because Body had been bludgeoned in his beam. That's when we decided to destroy the evidence in the briefcase. Empty. So we locked away the murder weapons. Here, give it back. Right. Oh, and that's when the motorists arrived. Hello, sir. And I locked him in the lounge. Right through this door, right through here. That's when the unexpected cop showed up. Hello. You are all acting rather peculiar. And I locked him in the library.
Stop, please.
That's when Yvette got strangled in the billiard room. Which brings us to... Da-da-da-da-da-da. I am your singing Della. And here we all are.
Bravo!
Impressive, Wadsworth.
But what does it prove?
Nothing.
Well,
I know who the murderer is.
You do?
I do.
Very well then, Miss Scarlet, who do you accuse?
It was Professor Plum in the hall with the revolver.
Liar!
We all heard the gun go off, Professor, and I found that stupid tobacco pipe when I was searching the hall. Where'd you drop it, huh? Well, you were scoping out the next vantage point to kill your next victim. I bet that poor-seeing telegram girl was an old patient of yours, right?
I never saw that girl before in my life. It wasn't me.
Well, the gun is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has the gun is the murderer.
Well done, Wadsworth.
You won't be able to prove anything if you're all dead.
And if we're alive... Officers, there's your man.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. I'm Hank Cuffs, Chief of Police. And Professor Plum, you're coming with me.
But that's not how it happened. It happened like this.
Professor, who do you accuse?
It was Colonel Mustard in the lounge with the wrench.
I never lounge.
I found your Medal of Honor in the lounge where the motorist was killed by a wrench to the head. And that wrench belongs to you.
That's a lie.
Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever's the wrench is the murderer.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Officers, not a kernel of truth in him.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Guilty verdict. Chief of Police. Colonel Mustard, you're coming with me.
That's not how it happened. It happened like this.
Very well then, Colonel, who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. White with the rope in the billiard room.
I'd rather die.
I found your veil in the billiard room, and I saw how you cringed tonight when Yvette served you soup.
Yes, it's true. I knew Yvette. She had a torrid love affair with my late husband. I hated her. I hated her so much. In flames. flames on the side of my face, breathing, heaving, breath, flames, flames.
Gentlemen, turn your pockets. Ladies.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. I'll mark 'em words. Chief of Police, Mrs. White.
Flames. It happened like this.
Right, Mrs. White, who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. Peacock in the kitchen with the dagger. I found your feather by the corpse.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now.
I'm Barry D. Hatchet.
Chief of Police.
But that's not how it happened.
It happened like this.
It was Mrs. Scarlet in the library with the candles.
Maxie Mom, Chief of Police, Miss Scarlet.
How could you do this to me?
Frankly, Miss Scarlet, I don't give a damn. Valiant effort, all of you.
Thank you.
Right, of course, but the truth is, the murderer is all of you. Freeze! You're all killers.
There's just one thing I don't understand, Mr. Wadsworth.
One thing.
I'm not Mr. Wadsworth. I'm Mr. Body.
Now, two things.
But Body bled all over me.
But you see, that wasn't Body.
But if it wasn't Body, then who was he?
Who do you think? My butler, Wadsworth.
If you're the real Mr. Body, then what is your purpose in dragging this all out?
Well, I decided to let you all self-implode. Kill off my network of spies and informers, which you all did splendidly, by the way, leaving your fingerprints on every single weapon in this house. Now I have each of you on the hook for murder. Murder! Bribery for petty crimes is one thing, but murder? Now that can get expensive.
But why this whole charade?
The searching of the house, the madness of retracing our steps.
It's all part of the game!
Game?
Yes, you see, I'm relaxed now. Now that you've killed everyone off, I have no evidence left against me. I've gone off scot-free!
But you'll never get away with this. The police will be here any moment.
What?
Nobody's called them, have they?
They were never on their way.
You're good.
Now listen up, you reprobates. We're gonna stack the bodies in the cellar, lock the door, leave Body Manor one at a time, and forget any of this ever happened.
But I can't forget all this.
With murder on the menu, the price of blackmail just tripled.
Forgotten.
Right, now move!
Wait a minute, he's got no more bullets left in that gun. We can all rush him.
You don't think I'm gonna fall for that old trick, do you?
It's not a trick. There was one shot at Mr. Body in the study, 2 for the chandelier, 2 for the lounge door, and 1 for the singing telegram girl.
That's not 6.
Yes, it is. 1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
Nuh-uh, there was only one shot at the chandelier. That would be 1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
Even if you were right, it would still be 1 + 2 + 2 + 1, not 1 + 2 + 1 + 1.
All right, fine. Then it's 1 + 2 + Oh, shut up! Point is, there's one bullet left in this gun, and the next person to move is gonna get it. No.
So that's it? You're gonna keep blackmailing us, and we're all just supposed to pretend that none of this ever happened?
Why not?
Well, I'll tell you why not.
Larry Goodman, FBI. The jig's up.
You're FBI?
That's right. Apparently, I'm a dead ringer for Green, who got a letter, just like each of you. But he came to the bureau to ask for help. I was sent here tonight to stage a sting operation.
Well, some sting. 6 people died on your watch.
I usually work desk. My beat's property crime. You know, theft, fraud. That's why it was so easy for me to have loot the briefcase.
You stole the evidence.
That's right. It's all here. Miss Scarlett's books, including a list of customers and employees, justifying why she killed the cop, who's listed right here on her payroll.
Give me that!
Miss Scarlett killed the cop in the library with the candlestick. Ooh, and a love letter addressed to one Professor Plum.
That's private property.
Seems that singing telegram girl was the daughter of the head of the you-know-who. Who would have come clean to Daddy? Who would have cleaned out Professor Plum? So you killed her.
Now see here.
Professor Plum killed the singing telegram girl in the hall with the revolver. And my oh my, these negatives, Colonel. Seems like you were quite the repeat customer of Miss Scarlett's dating service. Too bad that motorist. Bet you couldn't be a colonel if that motorist had come clean to your major general about how he plays chauffeur for your Tuesday night dates.
I just wanted somebody to talk to.
I know. Colonel Mustard killed the motorist in the lounge with the wrench. And shark's fin soup indeed, Mrs. Peacock. Too bad your cook couldn't keep quiet. Maybe if she hadn't blabbed her mouth, you wouldn't have killed her. Now we know what really took you so long.
Circumstantial evidence will never hold up in a court of law.
But this notarized record from the cook will. Mrs. Peacock killed the cook in the kitchen with the knife. And you really did hate Yvette, didn't you, Mrs. White?
Flames. Flames on the side of my face.
All right, get on with it. Here are fingerprints collected at the scenes of your previous murders.
No, I never murdered my husband.
Fingerprints I'm sure the FBI will be able to match to those on the noose tied around Yvette's neck.
I wore gloves.
You mean these?
Damn!
Mrs. White killed the maid in the billiard room with the rope. And last, but not least, Mr. Bobby Body.
It's Robert!
Now you didn't hate Yvette at all, did you, Mr. Body?
What's it to you?
I want to add illicit green card love affair to this FBI file I hold in my hand. Well, an FBI file on the entire Body family. Your butler, the real Wadsworth, had been feeding us information for months. I see why you killed him. Twice. Your shot missed him in the study, but he wisely played dead until you caught him trying to escape and bashed him in the head with the lead pipe I dropped on my way to the kitchen.
Rookie move.
The Body family has been wanted for organized crime for generations, but they've always managed to elude the law. Until tonight. Tonight, the Body family business has reached a dead end.
You leave my family out of this!
Miss.
I'm hit. Good shot, Mr. Green.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm melting!
I'm slain! I'm dust! Food for worms! Not dead! Not yet! Close. Almost there. Now.
Ooh. Jeez. What a drama queen.
He's dead.
No!
No! I'm gone.
Oh, I tell you, this was the most exciting night I've had in a long time. And now, you're all under arrest. Officers! Here are all the criminals you've been looking for, and all the evidence against them. Oh, and there are also some tapes in the billiard room you might find useful as well.
The tapes.
All right, who done it?
She did! Oh, they all did it. But if you want to know who killed Mr. Body, it was me, Special Agent Larry Goodman, in the hall with the revolver.
Well done, Goodman.
That's what she said.
All right, officers, take him away. I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife.